what's actually happening is more a representation of reality. I know that these things are not, a decade away. So that's why I take that point of view. Now, why does all of this matter? I think this matters because if you knew this was as good as it was going to get, and I don't think it is, by the way, I do think there are incremental things that are going to make a difference, even in the lives of people my age. But if you thought that, look, this is directionally as good as it were going to get, I think it would motivate you to be more serious about using the tools that we have today for primary and secondary prevention of disease, for optimizing and maximizing lifespan and health span. And if for no other reason, you would do that as a hedge against the enormously long odds that something dramatic and miraculous is going to happen in the next decade or two.
And to double click on a few things there, when you were talking early on about diseases, were those diseases what you call the four horsemen from your book? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes. You still have to have a strategy that says, how are you not going to die of ASCVD, cancer, neurodegeneration, dementia? And of all of those diseases, the only one where I can see a pretty clear path to delay it significantly would be ASCVD if you take really dramatic steps early in life, right? So instead of talking about what we think of as primary prevention, think of like sort of ultra primary prevention, right? Treating people in their 30s, making sure a person never, ever walks around with an ApoB over 30 or 40 milligrams per deciliter, making sure a person doesn't even spend 1 year with mild hypertension, making sure a person is always metabolically healthy. If you do that, I agree, you would not get atherosclerosis in a normal lifespan. But we don't have that degree of certainty for pushing off cancer indefinitely, for pushing off neurodegeneration indefinitely, for pushing off dementia indefinitely. Nor do we have it, by the way, for pushing off, I think, sarcopenia indefinitely, or pushing off arthritis indefinitely. I mean, there's these other conditions that are not as interesting to think about because they don't rise to the level of the horsemen, but they matter a lot. So physical frailty is a really, really, really big one. Again, I think there's, if you manage to not die of heart disease, cancer, neurodegeneration, dementia, and you're willing to train really hard, like I really do think there's a path to be physically robust as a centenarian, but I don't see a path to doing that at 120 or 150 unless there is a significant technologic breakthrough that would basically allow us to rewind. And maybe this is a different discussion, and maybe it's a longer discussion, Nick, and I don't know if we want to go into it because it's taking us a little off topic, but it really gets into what does it mean to age at a cellular level? What is the role of the epigenome in regulating our genetic code? We can maybe, I don't know if there are other questions about that topic, but we can certainly defer to that.